80% of the world's millionaires are self-made, and a large part of their success comes down to the tried and tested small habits that they've used to build wealth. So in this video, I wanted to share 5 of the most actionable, powerful habits that have helped me 4 times my income, that have made me more productive, and have helped me get clear on what I want out of life and cut out the distractions that are holding me back and hopefully holding you back. The best bit, they cost virtually nothing to implement. Let's get straight into it. Number 1, create the right environment. You may have heard of the saying, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. This is something that I've really tried to apply in my own life. I've seen firsthand just how much the environment that you are in and the company that you keep can impact your perception of reality. What you believe is achievable goes down drastically when you surround yourself with people who are just coasting through life, who always complain about how hard everything is. And they always find an excuse or reason not to do something. It's really easy to get pulled into that same sense of complacency. You start to subconsciously adopt their mindset as the norm. This is just the way things are. But when you consciously make the choice to spend time with people who are a few steps ahead of you, who are trying to do more, who want to achieve more, who are hungry to learn, that's when things really start to shift in your own life as well. Suddenly you're exposed to a whole new realm of what's possible. And I remember when I first started trying to build an online business, at the time I wasn't making anything at all. And then I stumbled across someone who was making like 10K per month. I was completely blown away. I didn't even think that that kind of income was possible to make online. This was like years and years and years ago. It just opened my eyes to what could be achieved. Then as I kept leveling up my own skills, seeing my results get better, I started seeing people making $100,000 per month, or even some making $1 million or even more in a single month. Then things that had once seemed completely out of reach for me started to feel more doable when I had more and more touch points with people who have already done the thing. I've really found in my own life, just by surrounding myself with those kind of people who are high achieving, really focused on self-growth, my own belief and sense of what I can do has expanded exponentially. There's so much you can learn just by being around the right people. They give you so much energy. They keep you going when the journey gets difficult. You could just bounce ideas back off of each other and they just understand. Number 2, read a chapter a day. Even if you don't know any millionaires or people who have achieved financial freedom, you can still get access to your role models through books. That is why I love reading books that are written by really successful people. I got a whole stack of them back there. It's like they are sitting right next to you, sharing all their knowledge and their wisdom with you from A to Z. We live in a world with a lot of short-term gratification. You get quick hacks, quick tips on Instagram or TikTok, and a 60-second video, but you rarely get to go deep. With a book, you really get the chance to go on further on any given topic and really understand it from start to finish. Even if you feel like you don't have the time to read, just stack it with something you already do in your day-to-day. I read 10 pages a day. You can listen to audiobooks if you want while you're doing something else. You can listen to a book while you're driving, while you're going for a walk, while you're at the gym. There's so many times in a day where you can just habit stack reading with what you are already doing. Another reason why I think people don't enjoy reading is because they haven't found the book or the thing that they want to read. So they're not really excited about it. So another thing I like doing, this really encourages me to read more, is I have a reading list of books that I want to read next that I'm excited about. If you have a list of books that you are excited about, whether it's how to be better in some way, shape, or form, for example, maybe it's how to get better with your personal finance or how to meditate, etc. There's bound to be someone out there who's been in your shoes and is willing to share their wisdom. If you find that book that you are really excited about, you are more likely to make time to read it. Number 3, pushing out of your comfort zone regularly. Our comfort zone is basically just a self-imposed limit. It feels safe, but it's actually completely holding you back from reaching your potential. When I first started my YouTube channel, recording one video was frightening. Took me like 20 to 30 videos just to get used to talking to a camera. I struggled with even using a camera. I didn't know how to go about any of it. It took me so long to do. I struggled with setting up the lighting, setting up the studio you see here. I didn't know how to do any of that. There were so many times where I felt like I really was pushing myself to my limit of competence, and that the easiest thing would have just been to say, okay, I clearly can't do this and I need to stay in my comfort zone of what I know how to do. Part of me even liked when something went ridiculously wrong. I felt like it gave me an excuse not to continue pushing, but I always did. Every single day until I got better and better. I'll probably look back on these videos in a few months and think they're terrible. Sometimes you've just got to take an honest view at yourself and life and be real with yourself. For me, I realized a huge reason why I hadn't got to where I want to be is because I kept finding ways to talk myself out of doing something and committing to something. I kept finding ways to stay safe in my comfort zone. So now a way that I avoid this and what I encourage you to think about is ask yourself, what's one big thing that you could commit to this year? What's that goal or project that you can see through from start to finish that you will commit to no matter how uncomfortable it feels? You'll be so surprised at what you can do when you just commit to pushing yourself to do something that is outside of your comfort zone day in, day out. Number 4, get into the habit of saying no. A lot of people find it hard to say no, but successful people understand that time and energy are limited resources. They are not unlimited. It's really important to consider whether the thing that you are committing to truly supports the life that you are trying to create. If not, and if it's using up one of those 2 resources, you need to be willing to say no. Because at the end of the day, your life is just a sum of all the choices that you've made. All the choices that you made have been dictated by whether you said yes or no to any given thing at a point in time. Every yes, there is a trade-off for something else you can't do. For instance, saying yes to a trip to Santorini, for instance, might mean saying no to saving money for a dream home. Saying yes to watching another episode of your favorite TV show might mean saying no to putting in an extra hour into your side business that you wanted to work on after work. When you are faced with a request or an opportunity, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my priorities and the vision I have for my life? It might be uncomfortable to decline requests, but protecting your time and your energy is what you really need to do to live the life that you truly want. Number 5, have a growth mindset. Most people, when they have an idea or something that they want to pursue, they will immediately find all the problems or the reasons why they can't do it. It's like their brain just automatically goes into this defense mode, focusing on all the things that are outside of their existing skill set. I've seen this play out so many times. Someone will say something like, oh, I want to create an app, but I don't know how to code, and so therefore I can't create this app. And then that's it. It just stops. There, they completely shut down the idea without even considering the possibility of learning a new skill. But the people who are truly successful that I found, or are the most successful in their field, they have this completely different approach. When they have an idea, their mindset is just, okay, I want to do this thing. How am I going to make it happen? What do I need to learn in order to make this thing happen? What are the specific skills or knowledge that I'm missing? And then how do I go about acquiring them to get this thing done? They see every single obstacle not as a dead end, but instead as just another challenge that they need to overcome. It's all about this shift in perspective. Instead of letting your lack of existing knowledge hold you back, or your circumstances hold you back, or your excuses hold you back, get excited about the prospect of challenging yourself. Almost everything in life can be figured out the more you start to see solutions in every challenge you have, rather than a problem that's stopping you from getting there. Those are 5 millionaire habits that have really changed the trajectory of my life. I'm here to help you learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself possible. If you like this video, you might also enjoy this video right here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.